You got saved and you meant it. You love God. So why are you still the same man you were 5 years ago? Same temper, same numbing out at night, same distance with your wife, same gap between who you are now and who you know you're supposed to be. You prayed about it, you read about it, you white knuckled your way through it, and nothing has actually changed. It's not your faith, it's not your effort. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the real reason, the one nobody in church ever told you. And once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it. Stay with me. Here's who I'm talking to. You are a driven man. You provide, you show up, and from the outside, you're winning. You got the job, the family, you're in church on Sunday. But on the inside, you're running. You're going through the motions. You're performing. You're tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. And the worst part is the shame, because you think you should be past this by now. You're a Christian. You've been at this for years. So you bury it. You tell nobody, and you try harder. I lived in that exact place for over a decade. So no, I'm not going to talk down to you. I'm going to talk straight to you, because what's at stake here is not a bad week. It's your marriage, your kids, your calling. The slow erosion that takes good men out one quiet inch at a time. Let's fix the diagnosis first, because you can't solve a problem that you've named wrong. You've been handed 3 explanations for why you're stuck, and all 3 are wrong. The first one is, I just need more discipline. So you build the morning routine, the cold plunge, the new plan every January, and by February, you're the same man. Because discipline built on a broken foundation just produces a more disciplined version of the same problem. You don't have a discipline problem. Hold that thought. The second one is, I just need more faith. I need to get closer to God. So you read more, you pray more, you serve more, and somehow you still feel emptier, because all that good activity is getting filtered through something underneath that's still broken. More water on bad soil doesn't fix the soil. The third one is, real men figure it out alone. So you isolate and you handle it yourself, and the lone wolf gets picked off. Every man God ever used had a brotherhood. You were never meant to do this by yourself. So if it's not your discipline, and it's not your faith, and not toughing it out alone, what is it? Here it is. When you got saved, your spirit was made new. That's real. That happened. You are forgiven. You are forgiven, redeemed, sealed. Positionally, everything changed. But your soul, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions, your soul did not automatically upgrade the day you got saved. Let me say that again, because this is the whole thing. Your spirit got saved. Your soul is still running the old program. And here's the proof, straight from your own Bible. Think about who the New Testament is written to. It was written to believers. They're already saved. They're already in the family. And what does it keep telling them to do? Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, Romans 12. Put off your old self, Ephesians 4. Work out your salvation, Philippians 2. Why would God command saved men to renew, to put off, to work out, if salvation did all of it automatically? Because it doesn't. The spirit gets saved in a moment, but the soul gets renewed through a process, and no one explained the process to you. So you've been standing in church for years, born again, with a soul still running code that was installed in you a long time ago. Here's where that code came from. Between the day you were born and about age 8, before you could think critically, before you could question anything, your operating system got installed. It came through your family. It came through your wounds. It came through the words spoken over you and the words that were never spoken. Through what your dad did and what your dad didn't do. Through the moments you were too young to even remember. And in those years, you came to conclusions about yourself, about God, about what you have to do to be loved, to be safe, to be enough. Most of those conclusions were lies, but you believe them. And a belief you accepted at age 5 is still running you at 45. You can just call it my personality. You can just call it how I am. It's not how you are, it's how you were programmed. Now, let me give you the picture that ties all of this together. I want you to picture your whole life as a tree. Everything you see is fruit, your habits, your reactions, your results, the way you blow up at your kids, the way you go quiet with your wife, the way you can't sit still without reaching for your phone. All of it is fruit hanging on a branch. And every piece of fruit is fed by a root you cannot see. The root is your belief system, the operating system underneath. Here's the law that runs all of it. The root determines the fruit every single time. A tree cannot grow fruit that contradicts its root. Jesus said it plainly. He never told a man to manage his fruit. He said, go make the tree good, and the fruit takes care of itself. So watch what every stuck man does. He hates his fruit. He attacks his fruit. Willpower, discipline, a new routine. He prunes, and the tree grows the exact same fruit right back because the root never moved. That's why trying harder always fails you. You're pruning a tree that's rooted in a lie. You don't need sharper shears at the branch. You need a new root. And that root system runs in a pattern. I call it the belief chain. What you believe shapes what you perceive, and what you perceive shapes what you feel, and what you feel drives what you do, and what you do produces what you receive, your results. Then your results seem to confirm that original belief. The whole thing loops tighter every year. So a man who believes deep down my values based on my performance doesn't just think a thought, he perceives every rest as laziness. He feels anxious when he's not producing. He works himself into the ground and he receives a life of exhaustion and a family that barely sees him, which his old belief reads as, see, you have to work even harder. And the chain pulls tighter. You cannot out-discipline that. You cannot out-pray that while the root stays in the dark. The chain has to be found and broken at the root. And that's a process. It's not a slogan. It's not a weekend high that fades by Wednesday. I know this because I lived it. I was working in New York City, surrounded by money and image and status. I was winning from the outside. My bank account was growing. In the gym, I was getting better, and I was serving in ministry since I was a teenager. Inside, I was running. My marriage had quietly slid from newlyweds to roommates, and I didn't know how to talk about it. So I buried it in the work and in the gym, in being busy just enough to never have to feel how much I felt like a failure. I'd read the books. I knew theology. I had every external sign of a strong Christian man, and I was still living in the gap. It wasn't until I stopped attacking the fruit and I went down to the root that everything actually changed. And it didn't change by trying harder. It changed by dealing with what was actually down there. And when the root changed, the fruit changed on its own. My marriage, my body, my mission, my walk with God, my calling, that's the whole game. And it's available to you. So hear me. You're not broken beyond repair. You're not too far gone. And you're not lazy or faithless. You've been working hard on the wrong end of the tree. The problem was never your effort. The problem is the operating system underneath your effort. And there is a way to deal with it, a real one, biblical, structured, and done with other men, not alone. That's what this whole channel is about. We don't manage fruit here. We go to the root. So here are your next 2 steps. First, I want you to subscribe. You're done being saved and stuck. This is your new corner now. Second, I made you something free. It breaks down the 3 lies that keep driven Christian men trapped in the gap. The 3 most common roots that I see and how to spot which one is running in you. The link is in the description. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing. So let's go change it. Lead, fight, win. Hey guys, I take a lot of supplements to optimize my health, but there's been one brand that's been consistent. It's been a staple in my routine for the past 15 years, ever since I was introduced to this product called Perfect Amino. Made by Body Health, these are essential amino acids. They have a full line of supplements that I've taken over the last year that help me get into the best shape of my life. I do BodyCom Magnesium for sleep. I love their electrolyte product. I don't drink water plain anymore. It always has electrolytes added to it with essential amino acids. Check out the entire lineup at the link below. I'm going to give you a special code so you can save 20% on any product whenever you want at Body Health.